None of what happened. But for those of you who've never seen this game before, watch the introduction because it's a lot of fun. Look at all these sexy new people. Yeah. Alright, so where we last left off, we were doing story mode of Shu, and we had just made it to the Battle of Chirbi. And this is the kind of point in time where it's after this point, and the game will go into a little bit more detail about it, but just to give you a little bit of a preface. So I'll go into options in a way that it's not gonna screw me over here and start a new game by me idling for a second here. So just to back up for a second here. So we're in a period of Chinese history that's called the Era of the Three Kingdoms, or the Three Kingdoms era, however you want to phrase it. This meant that after the fall of the Han Dynasty, after the events of the Yellow Turban Rebellion, there were three major kingdoms or factions that rose that tried to take over China. Wei, Wu, and the group that we're playing as, Shu. Now, each kind of... It's funny because we'll go into this in more detail with the other two factions, but right now, each faction sort of has a weird sort of claim to the throne. So the Han Dynasty fell. It started getting a little bit too decadent and weak, and a couple of really bad emperors basically caused the Han Dynasty to fall, and the Way of Peace, aka the Yellow Turban Rebellion, really was kind of the initial or final nail in the coffin, or the death knell for the Han Dynasty in general. So after, the Way of Peace failed, Dong Zhuo took over, and then when he was killed by his retainer Lu Bu, there was a massive power vacuum that sort of happened, and generals like Yuan Shao, these sort of aristocratic elitist generals, tried to take power for themselves. And eventually what happens is Yuan Shao falls in battle to Cao Cao, and Cao Cao kind of takes over the capital city of Chang'an for basically the entirety of his reign and the reign of his family. So Wei holds the control of the capital city, but Wu, for example, as another faction, the legend is, or the story is that one of the faction leaders, I think Sun Ce, he ends up finding the imperial seal in like a well. So like after the royal family and the emperor all fled the city, the imperial seal, or basically the embodiment of the emperor's power, was left behind. It went missing, and Sun Ce found it. I believe it was Sun Ce found it by a well or in a well. So they kind of tried to claim the throne of the imperial court because they had the official seal of the emperor, but the actual seat of power was controlled by Cao Cao and the Wei faction. But meanwhile, down here in Shu, which is where we're going to be playing as, Liu Bei, who's the main leader of the Shu faction, actually could trace his lineage and heritage back to the Han. So he had a claim to the throne because he could trace his lineage back to the actual ruling family that was deposed. The Wu faction actually tried to claim throne because they held the official embodiment of the emperor's power. And then Wei was like, hey, we can control China because we actually control the seat of power. So it's this weird, tenuous, tripart sort of balancing act that's going on in China at this time, with each faction kind of vying for control. And we'll see it more after this Battle of Chibi, where basically when one faction becomes too powerful, the other two factions will band together to try to push it back and try to keep it back to its original Three Kingdoms borders, because it's the Central Plains and the north is kind of controlled by Wei. Shu controls much of the south and the west, and Wu controls a lot of the sort of eastern block of China. And they'll show this on the map when we actually go to one of these segments. So you've got 3 different factions controlling major parts of China, but if any one faction starts pushing out too far, the other factions will band together to try to push it back. So it's this weird give and take. I mean, this game and this game series really tries to paint Wei as the stereotypical bad guys, but you'll see that each faction is flawed in their own right, and each one has their own sort of motivations for wanting to take over China. And right now, we're looking at Liu Bei, who's coming at it from a perspective of benevolence. They'll use this word a lot, benevolence. It's that Liu Bei's main motivation is to protect the people. He came in at a time when the peasantry and commoners of China were really getting the short end of the stick, and he stepped in to try to curry favor with them and try to make a better world for them. And Wu has their own motivations, and Wei has their own motivations, which we'll get into when we play through those chapters. But we're looking at right now Liu Bei and Rennie, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Also, welcome in earlier. I said hello to you, but yes, guys, if you are not following Rennie the Dragon, please make sure to go and check her out. She is a fantabulous streamer. I've had the privilege of lurking in a few of her streams prior to. She is absolutely phenomenal, so go check her out if you haven't done so already. But enough about me blabbering. Let's actually go and kill some guys. So we are gonna go to story mode. Shu. Continue, and we are doing the Battle of Chibi.
Due to the fierce display of might shown by Zhao Yun and Zhang Fei, Liu Bei was able to safely escape to Changsha. Having defeated Liu Bei, Cao Cao confidently turned his army towards Jiangdong.
To the east.
Sensing Cao Cao's intentions, Zhuge Liang went and proposed an alliance to Sun Quan. For Sun Quan, there was little merit in joining forces with Liu Bei's meager army.
Yeah.
But Liu Bei was the only one in the land willing to oppose the might of Cao Cao.
It's also true.
Uncertain of how to proceed, Sun Quan was approached by Zhuge Liang. He explained that Liu Bei would continue fighting, even if Sun Quan were to surrender. For he would not give up until he had made his dream come true, no matter what the cost. Those words pierced the heroic Sun Quan's heart and caused him to staunchly refuse Cao Cao's demands for surrender. Meanwhile, Liu Bei dispatched Zhao Yun to the battle so that he could launch a joint attack with Sun Quan.
This is where we picked up
Soon,
from last
the
time.
site of their decisive battle, Chibi, was filled with Cao Cao's massive naval forces.
Yeah.
And facing them was the hastily formed alliance of Liu Bei and Sun Quan. As the two armies prepared to engage in heated battle, neither side could know that the key to victory lay in the palm of the sleeping dragon's hand.
The sleeping dragon is what Zhuge Liang was referred to, hence why they showed him here. So, just to set the stage, Liu Bei was deposed from Sha Pi by Lu Bu, and Liu Bei and Cao Cao teamed up to get rid of Lu Bu
depends upon the direction
from
of the
Sha
wind.
Pi.
We must ensure that our strategists' attempts to control the wind are unobstructed.
Now, there's a bit of mysticism involved in this game.
Cao Cao's certainly not sparing any men this time, huh? And our brother, he wants us to tackle that lot head on.
You're not scared, my lord.
I'm excited, boy. I'm looking forward to a decent fight.
So, still desynced a little bit.
I was just thinking the same thing. Besides,
It's not quite as bad. But that's not what you really came here for, is it, folks?
our strategist has prepared a plan that cannot fail.
Okay, so welcome to the staging ground for Cherby. This is considered to be the most decisive battle of the early Three Kingdoms era, because after, again, just to kind of set the stage a little bit, after Liu Bei was deposed from Sha Pi, he kind of went on the run because Cao Cao overtook Sha Pi by defeating Lu Bu in battle, and then was like, you know, he kind of turned on Liu Bei and was like, Liu Bei could be a problem, he's also weak, I should just take him out now, which caused Liu Bei to flee during the Battle of Changban, which was when we were playing as Zhao Yun and Zhang Fei, and we had to go and get the Liu Bei's son and then escape back over the bridge, and that's when Zhang Fei did his noble defense on the bridge, you know, repelling like 1,000 men by himself kind of thing. So this is the point where Cao Cao basically mobilized this massive naval force. It was one of the biggest forces assembled at the time, almost as big as probably the alliance force that went to take out Dong Zhuo at Hulao Gate. And he was sending basically his entire naval might upon the armies of Liu Bei and Sun Quan. And we're kind of at the point where if we don't win this battle, that is basically this is like the kind of the final stand for Shu early on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into officer info. We're gonna go to skills. Yep. Yep. Beautiful. All right. And again, just to give you a little bit of a rundown, so everybody has access to 6 normal attacks and 6 strong attacks. If you see a weapon that has the EX on it, that is actually your extra attack, and that is when you unleash an additional attack. So we have to go square, square, triangle, triangle, and then we can do we can execute our extra attack. So that's going to be something that we're going to want to take a look out for. Weapons, I think, yeah, that's a decent weapon, the Beast Bite. It's not too powerful, same basic attack, it's got decent, and he's decent with it too, so that's good. Yeah, we don't really need to do much else. So now it's, let's go. Let's talk to this guy, let's do it.
Lord Zhao Yun, how goes Lord Zhuge Liang's preparations?
He has just begun the prayer ceremony. It's all up to him now.
Lord Zhao Yun! I come with orders from Lord Zhuge Liang. He wishes us to quietly begin the march.
Quietly.
Hey,
We are to work our way around to Cao Cao's escape route, and he wants us to strike before Sun Quan's army can.
I understand. I will leave Lord Zhang Fei in charge of guarding the prayer ceremony.
Yes, my lord.
Lord Liu Qi, will you please lend me your strength?
Of course, Lord Zhao Yun.
You have
better.
my gratitude. Now we must hurry.
Yes, we must hurry indeed. All right.
This way, Lord Zhao Yun. Lord Zhuge Liang has prepared a boat for you.
I wish I knew what our strategist was thinking. How can he possibly overcome these numbers? And just what is this plan of his anyway?
All right, so our goal is to cut off his escape route. But before we do that, Oh. Is there no one? Oh, there we go.
I am in your hands. You must block off the egress of Cao Cao's army.
Yeah.
Sit back and observe the skills of a true Navy man.
I love infinite ammo. Woo! Sing 'em.
Oh, astounding! The wind has changed direction. Lord Zhuge Liang's incantation has worked.
Ooh.
We must keep our end up as well. Hurry!
Oh yeah. Yay!
We will be passing through the enemy fleet. Brace yourself.
Can I keep killing stuff? Oh, hi. Oh no. There we go.
The enemy ships are aflame. The fire attack has worked.
Yeah, so it was a two-part strategy, kind of. It was
Just as we predicted.
it was a fire attack,
Cao Cao should start retreating next.
and it was to chain all of his ships together. We're gonna get our other Stream Raiders battle going here in just a second. Alright, just 1 second, guys. Alright. Yo, all right. Yeah, so the idea was that they would chain his ships together so that they couldn't disengage from each other, and then they would set one ship on fire that would then set other ships on fire. And there's his extra attack there. Get over here. Woo. Ooh, you want to go too? All right.
You're Liu Bei's men. How did you get in here?
I shall own the battlefield. Oh, is that a weapon? That is a weapon. All right, perfect. Hey. There we go. There's Cao Cao there.
Over there. It's Cao Cao. We must give chase.
Yeah, we must give chase. That's Cao Cao. We gotta bring him down. Oh. Oh, Zhu Huang. Yeah, here we go.
Stop right there. You're not getting any closer to my lord.
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go.
Situation is dire.
Oh, camera angles. I know he's in trouble. That's what I'm doing. I'm helping. Alright, fine. Oh, he blocked it. You're on the outside of the ship, sir. Okay. Well, you know what? There we go. Oh, God. Ooh. That would have been bad.
Forgive me. I've lost sight of the enemy commander.
Yeah, because this guy's... I know. I'm trying to beat this guy first. Oh, name generals are so... Oh, name generals are so much harder to take out. Alright, here we go. So we're like in the back half of the Battle of Cherby. We need to get to South. So we need to go this way. We need to get after him. Because he's retreating and we don't want that. We need to bring South to justice, apparently, for reasons of because he did something.
You're too late. My lord's long gone.
Yeah? Oops. Yeah, there we go. Those kind of attacks are fun, those wind attacks, because they're actually do really well at breaking enemy guards. And a lot of weapons will have elements attached to them. Oh, God! Ow. Oh, that was a full music in my face.
Another obstacle
Yeah.
in the path of justice has
All right,
fallen
take that.
before me.
Down you go. And you don't have anything for him, but that's
That
okay.
should have bought my lord enough time.
Oh, but we ain't done yet.
It would appear that Cao Cao has already begun his retreat.
Oh, he's playing as Guan Yu? Heck yeah.
Forgive me, Lord Zhuge Liang. Please give me the order to pursue after him.
Indeed. Godspeed, Zhao Yun.
Goodbye.
Guan Yu,
Yes?
I would like for you to accompany him.
Oh,
Our
okay.
victory is not complete until Cao Cao is eliminated.
Lord Zhuge Liang,
Oh, yeah. For those of you who don't remember, when after Sha Pi, Guan Yu got separated from Liu Bei and his brothers. So Liu Bei, Zhongfei, and Guan Yu all are basically sworn brothers in what's called the Peach Garden Oath. They vowed that they would not rest until the land was like under their control, but also that they would all die on the same day, that they wouldn't let the other ones fall before they all fell together. They would all die in battle on the same day. That was their vow, basically. Guan Yu is also known as the Chinese god of war, so he is terrifying to fight against. He is arguably one of the most powerful warriors in the Three Kingdoms era, if not, you know, on par almost with Lu Bu. He was that notable. But after the Battle of Sha Pi, he got separated from Liu Bei's forces and was under the service of Cao Cao. And it wasn't until the Battle of Guandu, under Yuan Shao's forces, that Liu Bei managed to reconnect with Guan Yu, who was serving under Cao Cao as sort of a guest general. Cao Cao was a man who always recognized the talent of very, very strong warriors, and didn't want to kill Guan Yu, even though Guan Yu was kind of an enemy of his. So he kept him alive under his service as a kind of like a vanguard, as it were. So right now, Guan Yu is having reservations about going after Cao Cao because Cao Cao didn't kill him when Cao Cao had the chance to.
I ask that you do it for the sake of our Lord.
But Liu Bei doesn't really give a crap. Yeah, we got some leveling up to do here. Yeah, we had some leveling up to do with him. Move list. No. Weapons? What am I using as my other weapon? Oh, that's a level 9 weapon. That's a level 9 rapier. I don't really want to use that. Double Bulge? No. Great Sword? No. Pike? Tonfa? Tonfas were kind of fun. Do we have a good Tonfa? Level 5. 63 attack. No, we don't really have a good Tonfa that we can use. Spears. Twin Rods? No, that's attack is too high. Great Axe? Attack is also too high. I might be at a bit of a loss here. Dragon Spear? Crescent Blade. Podao. Oh, here we go. That's not so bad. I probably won't be using it much, but there we go. Yeah. Alright, and then shift to equip some seals on it. Perfect. Attack up. Attack plus up. Perfect. Beautiful. All the attack up. Hey, Viking. How you doing, my dude? Welcome in. Alright. Oh, I guess we can talk to you, eh? What do you got for me? Well, yeah. I don't have enough money for that. Missing weapon. Oh, I have to make that one first. Okay, there we go. An axe might not be so bad. Arm cannon? The arm cannon, I remember, was very good, too. Tonfas? Insufficient gold. Yeah, this is kind of one of those things where you find kind of the weapon you want to use, and then you kind of use that. So let's go with weapons here. Ruinous Tail. He had the Crescent Blade, and there's the Green Dragon. Oh, no, sorry, that's what I'm using right now. Crescent Blade. Green Dragon. No, I'm using the Ice Scale Blade? Hold on a second here. Oh, that's weapon number 1. Oh, whoops, Crescent Blade. Yeah, no, that's what I want. That's weapon number 1 is the Ice Scale Blade. That's Crescent. Okay. Ruinous Tail. Alright, that's a Podao. Okay, wait, the Podao. What was I gonna give him? Lightning Sword's kind of busted. Great Axe. There we go. Nope. Nope. Bombs are busted, too. The bombs are such a good weapon. No, give me a second here, guys. I'm figuring something out here. Twin Axes? No. What was I giving him? Tonfas? Or Tonfa? That's not very good attack. Pike? Siege Glaive? No, that's also not very good either. What weapon do I want to give you as your second? Arm cannon? Let's do that. It's got Officer Assassin on it. I'm down. We're doing alright though, man. It's good to see you. Welcome in. Alright. I can deal with that. Now who am I supposed to talk to? You, Guan Ping. One of his adopted
couldn't
sons.
have gotten very far. Father, let's hurry after him.
Yes, Guan Ping was one of his adopted sons. I think he had 2. Well, fortunately for you, I just hydrated. We're gonna give you a big ol' stretch-a-rooney. Oh, stretch. Everybody at home, stretch if you haven't. Stretch at home. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. And we get a big old posture check for you. Thanks for keeping the streamer alive, just for a little bit longer. Suffering for your viewing pleasure.
Huh. Now, to Cao Cao.
Yeah.
Lord
All right.
Zhuge Liang says Cao Cao is making for the mountains, after which he will head for Nanjun. You must stop him before he reaches the mountains.
Oh,
So you are my next opponent. Dictates it all. I'll crush you like all of the others.
Only you won't, because I'm the one freaking you.
We shall take a moment to review our ranks before we march.
Are we destined to fall here?
Oh yeah, some of our forces are further ahead. We're gonna skip a lot of these guys, because we don't really need to kill a lot of these weaker units. We really want to just race towards the...
Cao Cao's just ahead,
Hey,
isn't he?
Zhang Liao. Out of my way.
One you. Have you forgotten the debt you owe our lord? I have not. But I fight for my brother and the life he brings to this land. Impressive. but I sense hesitation. My blade has betrayed my heart.
Oops. Whoop. That is unfortunate.
I hate to say this, but we're going to need reinforcements.
Well, don't be so far ahead, John Fay. Good lord. I'm only Guan Yu. I can't be everywhere. What am I kidding? Yes, I can.
We're going to defend this position with our lives, if that's what it
Give me this.
There's no way
Out of
through.
my way.
We'll have to find another path.
I love it. Give me a little 2 times attack. Oh, it can't go that way.
Well done, Father. I'll keep up with you. You'll see.
Yeah, give me a little 2 times attack. Give me a little Guan Yu. Yeah, we make it happen. But thanks for being here, guys. I know, these games are... And as far as all the games go, I found this one to be the most historically accurate. I had to do a lot of research outside of this game just to kind of see exactly what was going on. And from all the Dynasty Warrior games I've played, this one is probably the most historically accurate with what actually happened in these battles. Goodbye.
Report. It seems that the Allied reinforcements have arrived.
Out of my way. Bonk.
Leave Cao Cao to me, Father. You have
No.
done enough.
That's a very bad idea, Guan
I do
Ping.
not need your help, my boy. I must finish this myself.
Yeah.
Everyone's eyes are on this battle. Don't allow yourself to suffer a
Well,
humiliating
Guan
defeat.
Yu's Muzu is just, it's such a big powerhouse of a swing. So it's like, there's no real point in... Oops. There's no... Oh, that's right, I have the arm cannon. You thought Guan Yu was speared with a crescent blade? Wait till he's got a freaking arm cannon. Bonk! Yeah, give me that. Now I'm supposed to go that way. Alright. Oh, good lord. Oh, wow. Arm cannon, more like arm candy. I'm getting sweet on this thing.
You
Hey!
have to try harder than this.
Hi, Li Tong.
Thanks for coming, brother.
Bonk!
But I'm more than strong enough to take this lot.
Are you now?
For glory!
Okay. Out of my way.
Thank you. Cao Cao fled to the west.
So these guys will just, now that my morale's pretty high, these guys will just finish off all the fodder, which
Good
is
job,
fine.
brother. You can't beat me, though.
Oh, Zhang Fei, if only you knew. Oh, hey, I see a lot of red up here.
We did it, Father. I feel lucky to be able to fight by your side.
Oh, good God. There he is. Oh, he's resting.
Afraid I can't let you through.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I didn't ask your permission, though.
Is there no way through at all?
Oh, hey there.
Report! It seems that the enemy reinforcements have arrived.
Out of my way, you.
No one's going to interfere with my brother's escape.
Bye.
You can't kill our lord, can you?
Silence! I will take Lord Cao Cao's head. I have no choice.
Oh, that's a different Musu for Zhang Fei. Okay. Hey, get back here, you. Hey, 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 hey. I see more Emini soldiers. Oh, that was kind of a nasty. That was a nasty hit. Blam.
We've discovered another path.
Give me that. Perfect.
You will learn to regret this moment.
They're trying to sneak their way in. Crush anyone who tries to get through.
Father, it looks like we can climb up here.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. The arm cannon is really good.
Our
Whoops.
scouts have spotted Cao Cao's men resting. If we hurry, we might catch them.
See, now I've got friggin' Kingdom Hearts controls in my brain where I'm pressing circle to jump now. That's gonna cause problems later on. Oh, and the soundtrack too. Oh, the soundtrack is so good in this game. It's so epic.
Continue on west, Father. I will sneak up on Cao Cao from the south.
Yeah, so depending on who you play, which character you play as, you'll end up doing different parts of these longer missions.
Don't give up yet. We are very close to victory.
Yeah, it's like a 50-foot drop that I just survived. Out of my way.
You fight with spirit, but I will stop you like an ant.
Uh-huh.
Out of my way.
Ugh.
We cannot fall behind.
Alright. Give me that, give me that. There was 2 times speed, yeah, give me that. Oh, that was somebody else here. I thought so. God, going up against Guan Yu in battle must have been terrifying.
There you are.
Oh, we caught him.
Stand your ground, my lord.
Is there no way through it all?
I shall return. Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall see.
Ooh, I got an element off.
You have come for me, Guan Yu.
Yeah, I did.
I shall have to face you. What's the matter? Aren't you here to kill me? Of course I am. I cannot allow you to go free.
That's okay, and you get up in your own time. Get up in your own time.
Right place.
Oh god, okay, stop juggling me, please, for 2 freaking seconds! Ah!
This one is heroic. I guess I need to pick up the pace.
Alright. As I was saying, out of my way. Ooh, that's a full Musu. I'll take that. Here you go. Pick up. Hey, Jester. How you doing? Welcome in.
Go.
Yeah, even though we kicked his ass, still just don't quite wanna finish him off.
I couldn't kill
We're doing-
Cao Cao. I just
We're
couldn't.
doing well. Rosie coming in with that
I know.
18-month
I have
resub.
already
Heck
taken that
yeah.
fact into consideration.
18,
With this, the stage is now set for Lord Liu Bei's
right?
rise to
18
power.
months already. My goodness.
It
Thank you
is
so much for the
time
resub. I appreciate it. How are you doing?
to walk a path fraught with great danger.
There are audio desyncs, so just have to bear with that, guys.
The alliance between Liu Bei and Sun Quan struck a resounding victory at Cherbi. This crushing defeat forced Cao Cao to put his ambitions on hold.
Oh, it did.
However,
lost
as
big
Cao Cao
time.
had managed to escape unharmed, Sun Quan was unable to take any decisive actions. As long as Cao Cao was alive, they must slowly chip away at his strength and work towards building their ideal world. This was Zhuge Liang's plan, to help Liu Bei turn his dream into reality.
I think historians say that the Three Kingdoms strategy was actually
With
Zhuge
Cao
Liang's
Cao unable
idea.
to strike, Liu Bei turned his attention away from Sun Quan and built up his military forces.
That this was
Invaded
the
4 of the territories in southern Jing. Upon being sent to attack Changsha, Guan Yu found himself face to face with a most powerful opponent.
yeah.
It was the veteran general Huang Zhong, who served beneath Han Xuan, the prefect of Changsha.
Changsha being the Chinese capital.
Han Xuan is a weakling,
Oh, there he is on red hair.
but if he has experienced officers in his ranks, then this may take some time.
Well, these are better synced up, though. Ooh. You haven't seen this game in ages? Yeah, I love the Dynasty Warriors series. It's so good.
Han Xuan accused Huang Zhong being traitor. I killed Han Xuan. Wei Yan here has killed the lord of the castle. We humbly surrender.
Ooh. Okay. You can tell that which faction they're
It was
with.
an honor to have fought against you, Lord Guan Yu. Do what you will with us, but please spare the innocents in the castle. Our brother will treat you all with mercy.
You can tell that they join.
And so,
Yes.
Liu Bei obtained the 4
Yes, it is.
territories of southern Jing, as well as the skilled officers Wei Yan and Huang Zhong.
Yeah, Huang
He was
Zhong's
also
like
joined by the strategist Pang Tong, who is
Yup.
said to be a match for even Zhuge Liang himself.
I think he was called the Little Dragon, Pong Tong.
Meanwhile,
Yes, you're
in
right,
return for
Jester,
his
yes.
assistance at
Wu-
Zhirbi,
Wulong is supposed to
Sun
be a
Quan
spiritual
demanded
successor.
that Liu Bei hand over Jing. Zhuge Liang replied only that they would eventually return the province, but he did not give a clear answer as to when. Furious though he was, Sun Quan deemed it too dangerous to attack Liu Bei at that time. Instead, he sent his younger sister, Sun Shangxiang, to marry Liu Bei in the hope that it would improve relations between the two kingdoms. It was then that Liu Bei received a request for reinforcements from Liu Zhang of Yi. Fearful of Cao Cao after his conquering of Guanzhong, he had come to ask his relative Liu Bei for assistance. Zhuge Liang and Pang Tong recommended that they go on the pretense of assisting Liu Zhang, but then attack him
Oh,
instead.
Dynasty Warriors is
The
so
land
good.
of Yi to the west, also known as Ba Shu. If Liu Bei could capture that territory, then the land would be divided in 3 between Cao Cao, Sun Quan, and himself.
There you go.
This was the path to his land of virtue. This was Zhuge Liang's
Three Kingdom strategy. There you go. There's the Three Kingdom strategy.
Though he did move to assist Pang Tong and the others, Liu Bei did not attack Liu Zhang.
No, because they were cousins.
Even standing before Yi's Loa Castle, he did not make a move. For within him was a virtuous heart that he could not turn against.
Yeah, so Liu Bei's not really going to be all that helpful. But Pong Tong, on the other hand, oh Nelly. Pong Tong got some moves to him.
So you won't consider attacking Chengdu, huh?
I cannot betray Lord Liu Zhang.
But my lord, the people of Yi province desire your rule.
Silence. My army stays put. That is an order.
Ooh, he mad. So they're just gonna take it anyway.
Now then, I hope you don't mind helping me out, lads.
The dialogue was always something.
I crush enemy.
The dialogue was always something special in these games. So, yeah, historically accurate to an extent, Jester. There's a lot of embellishment and mysticism that kind of gets kicked up in these games. It's not totally inaccurate to assume that these are, at least to a point. Yeah, exactly, Morgan. To a point, it is. There's a lot of embellishment. There's a lot of mysticism that's involved in a lot of these, like, you look at the Battle of Chirby, for example, and it was like a prayer ceremony. Now, I'm not saying that Zhuge Liang didn't pray for the wind, but it wasn't that he conjured the wind to change directions in a more favorable direction. They picked a time of the year to attack, to align, to allow the winds to change directions based on the season. So it just kind of aligned itself kind of temporally, that what Zhuge Liang was hoping to achieve would end up happening. So yes, did the events, like, did Liu Bei go into Yi province? Did he refuse to attack? Probably, because Liu Bei and Liu Zhang, I believe his name is, I don't remember, they were cousins, and Liu Bei didn't want to attack his own family, even if it meant him securing a land for him and his people. Did Sun Quan and Liu Bei's forces team up at the Battle of Chirby to defeat Cao Cao? Yes, they did. That happened. Did Guan Yu get separated from Liu Bei and was under Cao Cao's service? Yes, that happened. There was a period in time where these things did happen. And of all of the Dynasty Warrior games that I've played, this one is probably the most historically accurate. It's the most historically accurate depiction of the events, let's say. So what you're seeing here isn't necessarily, it's a romanticized, has anyone ever heard of Romance of the Three Kingdoms? It's also another game series. The Romance of the Three Kingdoms is really what I would consider to be what this game series is really all about. It's a romanticized version or telling of these events in history. So there's a lot of embellishment, there's a lot of really higher ideals at play, instead of just vying for control of the land. Hey, Arising. Asian. Oh, sorry, not Arising, Asian. Welcome in, Asian Gamer. Welcome in, good to see you. Let me just kickstart this battle here. Speaking of running battles, we're going to get our stream raiders on the go. Sorry, your name looked very much like Arising. I'm so sorry. Welcome in. Yeah, so what you're seeing here is, again, in so many words, what you're seeing here is a romanticized version of the events, the historical events that unfold. Give me that. And give me the harp. Okay, so we need to build something here. So let's talk to you.
Welcome.
Do I have a shaman staff that I can build? Shaman roll, yes I do. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, we want that. Ooh, I can get 3 seals on him. Interesting. Okay, let's do that. Exactly. That's exactly it. I think you hit the head on the nail there. And let's get this going here. I want attack up. I want attack plus up. Officer info, skills. Yep. Yep. That. Yep. I also want that. And before we start our first battle, or before we start our next battle, actually, we're going to clean up this battle and we're going to move on to the next Stream Raiders battle. So if you guys are interested, we do run Stream Raiders here on the channel. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to just kind of join in something for free by going to streamraiders.com. You link your Twitch, and you can get started by dropping in units into our little digital battle here. So if this is something that you think you might be interested in, I highly encourage you to follow the link in chat and play along as well. It is totally free, and you're under no obligation to do so, but it is a lot of fun, and I do enjoy it. So if you guys are interested in participating in Stream Raiders, follow the link in chat and get yourself started. Okay, so You play Dynasty Warriors on the console. Even in that game, you have a point on battle, a slight changes in efficiency. Yeah. There's... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's kind of like... There's... Ooh, range up, yes, please. Defense up? Heck yeah. Can I actually put that on here? No, that is a passive bonus. Beautiful. Pong Tong is a lot of fun to play with, though. He's got a good moveset.
We're likely to be noticed if we just hang out around here.
And my apologies for all the delays between battles, but there's so much that I want to talk about in between these battles, and there's a lot of good downtime where we can kind of discuss a little bit about what's happening historically, as well as continuing on what's happening in the game. So there's great talking points in between fights.
Understood.
So, I highly encourage you to learn more about this.
Loa Castle is a near impregnable fortress, and the enemy knows we are coming.
My lord Wang Zhong and Wei Yan in our ranks, we cannot fail.
Oh yeah.
I will need you to assist Wei Yan. I
Okay.
will make for Luo Castle from the north.
Okay, I can help Wei Yan. There's no real sense to use horses in this game, I find, because most units won't move all that fast anyway. Bonk. And we're just gonna run past all these peons. Don't really care. Liu Zhang. Okay, I think I was right.
Wei Yan has been ambushed.
I've got you.
I appreciate his enthusiasm, but Lord Wei Yan needs to realize how valuable he is to our cause.
You were called to help us fight Cao Cao, yet now you turn your blades on us?
You think you can outsmart me?
No, 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 no. Oh, hey. What? Okay, let me up, please. Let me up. Oh my god. Okay, whenever you guys are done. Whenever you guys are done. Okay. Oh. I forgot how good the harp was. It's not very powerful, though, so we're gonna go back to something that's got a little bit more oomph to it. It's so much fun, Jester. It is so much fun. You have no idea.
Hey, I defeated an officer.
This is specifically Dynasty Warriors 7. I started playing with Dynasty Warriors 3. Dynasty Warriors 5 is certainly one of my all-time favorites.
Such a display will boost the morale of our
But
troops.
that isn't to say that they're any bad. Well, sorry, I take that back. 9 is bad. Don't play 9. 8's good. 4 is weird. I don't like 4. Basically, I would play the odd number ones, except for Dynasty Warriors 9.
Relax a little,
Personal opinion, Dynasty Warriors 5
the enemy's hands.
is the best one in the
Look
series.
at that! Another area added to our collection.
Dynasty Warriors 5 had all the best features of Dynasty Warriors 3, but better voice acting and better stories. This one, you don't get to play as every single character in like a story mode. You're playing as a story, and you just constantly are switching characters. Dynasty Warriors 5 allowed you to play through a single character's story, and you weren't switching characters all the time, which made leveling up your characters a lot easier. But that isn't to say that this is a bad entry, as I'm clearly playing and enjoying this. But Dynasty Warriors 5 would be a good one to start with. Or Dynasty Warriors 3, but the voice acting in Dynasty Warriors 3 is a little laughable, and you know, you're better off just playing Dynasty Warriors 5 because it's a very good spiritual successor to Dynasty Warriors 3, so you're better off just playing that one. Bonk. See, we wanna keep pace with Wei Yan because he's just gonna keep going on his own. The AI is a little questionable at times, but he's, you know, they're getting the job done. I believe they have all of them on Steam as well. So if you wanted to look into the Dynasty Warriors series, this one was about $30 Canadian to get to play Dynasty Warriors 7. Most of them are going to be about the $30 or $40 mark, more or less. So take that into consideration. Oh, there's his extra attack. Yeah, I got a little dizzy. But I mean, he did just spit fire, so. There, get out of my way, you.
Another area added to our collection.
Yeah. Pantong's not the strongest officer out there. He's more better for his Muzu. But it's okay. He still gets the job done.
I shall return. Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall see.
Wei Yan's over here.
I defeated an officer.
Bonk. Oh. Uh-oh.
Well, well. This is a pain in the neck.
It certainly is, Pongtong. That is
There's no point
unfortunate.
going this way. We must find another path.
That would be this way. I think. Which way's he going? Yeah, okay, he is coming this way. Alright. I have to make sure I know which way Wei Yan's going. So I think we want to go down this way. Plan to pick up a few games after your trip. You know, if you're looking for something fun, I recommend it. It's a great beat 'em up. It's a hacky slashy beat 'em up with passable voice acting and just a heck of a lot of fun. If you just ever want to just wail on something, this would be the game of the series to do it. I'm not sure when a Dynasty Warriors 10 is coming out. I don't know if one's been announced yet. Because, I mean, Dynasty Warriors 9 was very poorly received, so that may have set things back a little bit. Also, let me know if it's too loud. Let me know if it's too loud. I can adjust volumes if we need to. Where are you going for your trip? If you don't mind my asking. You don't have to say if you don't want to. Hey! Hey! Woo! Oh, he's a Muzu boy. He is a Muzu boy.
Hey, I defeated
Give me
an
that.
officer.
Thank you. Give me that as well. Oh, wrong way, wrong way. Wei Yan went this way. Oh, there's a double speed here. Or, let's take that. Give me that. It's about as fast as any horse I can get in this game anyway, so bonk. I see red on the screen. Let me at him! I should be able to catch up with him. The first off, if the game is, if the volume's too loud, let me know. I can make adjustments. But also, you said you're heading on a trip. Where are you going? If you don't mind my asking. No! Pong-tong!
Oh, and it was such a good shot.
Yeah.
They forgive.
Oh, no.
My lord, are you all right? You've been
shot. Think of this. It's just a scratch.
Well,
Worry about.
you'd think, right?
Anyway, I can't die until Liu Bei's dreams realized.
Out of my way, you.
Fight me now for glory.
Oh, you moved across the country. Very nice. It's your first trip back. That's got to be exciting. Bonk. Get out of my way, you.
To retreat, not necessarily to lose. I defeated an officer.
No. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's totally okay to be paying attention to other things other than me. Ow. Ow.
Let's see what you think of this.
Woo!
I must retreat. This is not the end.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Lord Huang Zhong is in position to execute the ambush. What should we do?
To ensure the success of this plan, we need to draw out the enemies in front of the castle. But there are a few more of them than I thought. I don't like the idea of going up against them alone.
Yeah, I mean, when you make a big life change, it's always kind of
Reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
it's always kind of scary to go back to. You know, I've always kind of been a bit nervous to go back and visit some of the places that I used to live as well. And I moved around a lot, so I can appreciate the position that you're in. Bonk. Alright, it's castle time. Do you stream as well,
Lord
Jester?
Zhuge Liang sends news.
Is it
Sent
okay
Lord
if I call you
Zhao Yun
Jester
as
as well?
Well then, we should clear out the
I don't
enemy
know if
by
there's
the
another
river to ensure he
give
can
a
arrive.
preference, but that's a lot of archers. Good thing I have my Muzu.
You think you can outsmart me?
Don't make me
Now allow me to return the favor.
Yeah, no blocky blocks for you. Bam.
You will learn to regret this moment.
That's great for tripping up
I
defense.
defeated an
Hey,
officer.
look at that. Something for me to kill. Woo!
Let's see what you think of this.
Hey. There you go. Have some lightning. Now you're stunned. Ooh. Oh man, he's got some great AoE
Came
attacks.
just at the right time. Looks like great minds think alike.
This battle cannot be avoided if my lord is to achieve his goal. I will do what needs
Oh,
to be
we
done.
want to go this way. Whoops, my
In
bad.
that case, let's draw the enemy out.
I must retreat. This is
Look
not
at
the
how
end.
little red is on the screen behind us now because all of our forces
Hey,
just wiped them
I
out.
defeated an officer.
Can I improve stuff on the fly? I can. How about that? Let's give him some more Muzu. Yeah, how fun is that? Alright. Remember how I kept dying?
Strong!
That shouldn't happen anymore.
Stronger!
Hey, Li Tong.
Our brother is a kind man, and as such has his weaknesses. It's our job to be his strength.
Fight me now for glory.
Let's see what you think of this.
Okay.
Everyone better fight like they mean it. Otherwise, you'll have to answer to me.
Oh, that's right. He has a double jump. Some characters get double jumps. Not everyone does, but some do. He does. Oh, this is just chaos out here right now. Oh, you're blocking everything, eh? Oh, oh. Okay. My bad. I'm sorry.
I must retreat. This is not the end.
Hey, I defeated an officer.
Oh, there are 3 officers out here. That's why. No wonder I was getting juggled by 2 guys with spears, because there were 3 guys with spears. Meh. But for anybody who's been out here who's played this game, what's your favorite entry in the series? If you've never played one of these games before, are you enjoying this one at least? Like I said, I think Dynasty Warriors 5 is probably my all-time favorite, but this one is very good for cinematics because it kind of tells the story of each faction in one sort of broad sweeping epic.
Fight me now for glory.
Hey! Ooh, someone hurts.
Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
I don't know which one of those guys is hurting, but ooh.
One step back, and we are all doomed.
Yeah, I want that, and I want this. Alright, well.
Lord Huang Zhong's ambush. Enemy has been thrown into confusion.
Oh, there are 3 guys out here again. There we go.
This is not the
Good
end.
lord. Guy's sneaking up from behind. Good lord.
What a stunning display of strength.
Anybody
You
else?
have earned my respect.
Anybody else? Nope. Castle's open. Alright. This place is ours.
Let's see what you think of this.
You treacherous thieves! This is how you repay my father?
You dare challenge me. I can anticipate your
Anticipate this move then. Did you anticipate me riding around on my stick like a rocket?
time to finish this off.
Yeah, I don't think he saw that coming.
The castle is lost. Retreat to Chengdu.
Hey, no, that's okay. If you gotta work and lurk, I totally appreciate that. I get it. I lurk and work all the time.
Oh well. That was tougher than I thought.
Pang
I
Tong,
work and lurk all the time.
what have you done?
Yeah. Whoops.
Thank you.
What is this?
Hear those voices, my lord? The people of Yi province are happy.
No.
These people. They were waiting for me.
Go on. Go to them.
Excellent! This is... You're hurt!
It seems I'll be making my exit earlier than planned.
Oh, okay, no worries.
Liang. It is in your hands.
And he's dead.
Though Pang Tong was lost, cheers of joy from Liu Bei's army and his
Yeah,
peasant
whoops.
followers flooded Loa Castle. Liu Bei could not help but think that this was not the right path. But to avenge Pang Tong's death, and to answer the fervent desires of the people of Yi, Liu Bei advanced his army on the Yi capital of Chengdu. For he had finally made up his mind to attack Liu Zhong.
Yeah, I misspoke earlier. I called Chengdu the capital. It's not. That was Changsha.
Meanwhile, hearing of Pang Tong's death, Zhuge Liang left Guan Yu in charge of Jing and set out to join the battle. He joined up with Liu Bei, and together they looked to swiftly capture Chengdu. Driven by the lost dreams of his fallen friend and ally, the dragon would soar over the hills of Yi, where the feathers of the phoenix lay scattered in the wind.
No, he was the fledgling phoenix, sorry. I misspoke. He wasn't the little dragon. Zhuge Liang was the sleeping dragon. Pang Tong was known as the fledgling phoenix, I think.
Yi province will be ours.
That's what they call them.
Lord Liu Bei will finally have a country of his own. And with the land divided in three,
I bring news. Lord Zhang Fei has gone to Lord Liu Bei's aid. Our troops await your orders.
very well. All forces, advance.
Oh, he's left-handed. No, don't skip this.
I know waging.
Alright, so let's go officer info skills. Let's get him leveled up here. Attack range up for sure. Let's get all of his attacks going. What is this? Speed plus? Yeah. More Muzu for him, because he's a Muzu boy. Learn a second Muzu attack. And I think that's good for there. Am I very quiet compared to the game? Okay, well then let's fix that. Okay. Hopefully that's a little bit better. And I can... Well, I don't want to boost myself, because my volume's pretty good. But hopefully that's a little bit better on the game volume. Also, hi, The Faces. Welcome in. How are you doing? If you're not following The Faces, please make sure to drop her a follow over on her channel. She does some amazing artwork. If you guys have not seen the new PFP on my Twitter, that was done and colored by her. Or them, sorry. That was done and colored by them. And, you know, that's, yeah. Yeah, go check them out. Go follow their channel. Do it. Do it now. Weapons? Right, yes. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I screw up sometimes. I'm so sorry. I probably will never use this, but just in case I do. We're doing great tonight. No, I'm glad everybody's coming in and hanging out tonight. I appreciate it.
Principles of justice and honor, but we need Yi Province. Begin marching toward our target. I do not want anybody to fall behind.
Lord Liu Bei's virtue is known to the people of this land. They would welcome his rule.
Oh yeah.
I have no doubts about this.
Hi, Trey. I'm pretty sure that my sound alerts are borked tonight. Or they're just really delayed. Yeah, you don't want to... Okay. Bleh. How you doing, Trey? Oh my good god. Oh, that attack is kind of nutty. We're doing alright. I still feel like I'm a little on the loud side. Give me a second here.
I shall guide the land unto...
There we go. That probably is a lot better, too. Yeah, this game's kind of obscenely loud, so I apologize. Yeah, we do have a Discord. It's we've been having some issues. What I would recommend, Jester, is if you want on the Discord, DM me. DM me on Twitch, and I'll send you the invite link afterwards. We've had some issues with people in the past on the on our Discord server, so we're just being a little bit more careful about letting people in. But yeah, if you want in, message me on Twitch. I'll make sure that you get the invite link, and I'll send it to you. I'll have to see if maybe we can open it up again. Yeah, for now we kind of have it on a bit of a tighter leash. We've also heard some issues in larger communities as well that are a little bit problematic, so we just are kind of like staying ahead of that. But I'm doing well, Trey. I'm doing very well today. It's glad you're here. Welcome in. Up you go. Oops. Ooh. Whoopsies. Sorry for you, sir. You forgot that I have a Muzu attack in the air. Yeah, to be fair, I forgot I also have a Muzu attack in the air, so... Oh yeah, I definitely have the command for it. It's just disabled right now. Yeah, don't mess with a man with a fan. Apparently you get wrecked. Let's take a look at something here. I got this sickle and chain. Let's have a look. Alright. Okay. Oh, that's right, because this thing is super overpowered. Hey! 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 None of that. Hey! Yeah, I call upon the thunder too. Go away! Man, I don't really want to... Archers in this game are going to be your, like... Well, archers in any Dynasty Warrior game is going to be your, like, biggest adversary. Archers are evil.
Astounding!
Yeah, so we are fortunate that our Discord server hasn't had many issues like that. But, you know, we're just, again, trying to stay ahead of
Fight on if you like, but it is pointless. Now is under its current rules, the province is doomed.
We're just trying to stay ahead of anything. Whoops! Hey! Hey! Yeah, I call upon the thunder too. Alright, Muzu for 10. Muzu restored full. That's great. Guess what?
Now is the opportune moment. Retreat is not necessarily to lose.
There is no greater weapon than a prepared mind.
Oh, you have a fan too. That's interesting. Up you go.
Ma Chao is on his way to assist the enemy.
Ooh, Ma Chao. Hey!
After he was defeated by Cao Cao,
Oh my
I heard that Ma
god.
Chao was working for Zhang Lu.
God, for 2 freaking seconds.
Quite a coup if we acquire his services.
Freaking archers. It's the archers that are doing it.
Report. It seems that the Allied reinforcements have arrived.
Bip.
Lord Zhao Yun is heading for Ma Chao to talk with Call upon the Thunder. He is taking Lord Li Hui, who knows Ma Chao well. If they play their cards right, we could acquire ourselves a very powerful ally.
Oh, that's kind of a gross move.
You're doing great. I will try to live up to your example.
Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal. Oh, 2 times attack. Give me that.
You think you can outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
Dude, I am the sleeping friggin' dragon. You will put some respect on my name. Yeah, there you go. Speaking of battles, 126 units went into battle. Fantastic. Let's start that up. Bam, bam, bam. Ooh, flashy lights. Flashy lights. We may as well just keep going after enemy units at this point. Oh yeah, we won that.
You believe your wits are a match for a mind?
Yeah, I do. Brrr.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops. Lord Li Kuei's path is blocked. We need to help him.
That's unfortunate. Alright, Liu Bei's path is blocked. Well, let's get rid of these guys first.
This area is merely a pawn in my larger overall strategy.
And speaking of strategies, we're going to clean up our Stream Raiders fight and get on to the next battle. You know, when the game wants to respond. It's a little slow. Yay! Cool. That works for me. I do want to take a look at these quests here for a quick second while I'm looking at them, because I know that we're... Yeah, there we go. Some stuff is just not updating properly. That's fine. It's updated now, so we're good. Hey, get you set for the next battle, guys. Okay, so what were we doing? Ooh, attack range up is almost done. That's good. No, nunchaku. I remember the nunchakus being really good too.
Report! It seems that the enemy reinforcements have arrived.
Alright, so we're gonna run down here. Alright, so where should we be heading then? I think we want to head over... Yeah, we'll just keep kind of going after enemy units, I think, here.
You appear to be a competent fighter.
There we go. Attack range up.
Easily defeated.
Call upon the thunder. Brit! Perfect. And we'll just keep moving up northbound after this. Woo! Yeah, that attack's a little on the weird side. Not my favorite, but the better that we do, the more likely that we'll survive other ambushes and things like that, so... Hey, Zhao Yun.
The enemy is fighting with tremendous fervor. We will accompany you.
Ma Chao's allegiance would swing this battle firmly in our favor.
Oh, yes, it would.
I'm counting on you.
Ma Chao is an honorable man. If we plead the righteousness of our case, he will join us.
Yeah, he will.
Outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
Now is the opportune moment.
Meh. There's one down.
That was a stunning display of strength. You have earned my respect. Call upon the thunder.
Yeah, you're right. Whee! Blah. That's just one big ol' whack in the face. Ow! There we go. Ooh, attack strength times 2. Blah, 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 blah. Words. Sometimes. How we all doing tonight, guys? Again, a huge thank you to everybody showing up tonight, whether you're lurking, chatting, stream raiding, whatever you guys are doing. You guys are hanging out tonight, and I appreciate each and every one of you being here. I honestly would not be doing... I would not be able to do this kind of stuff without your support. And honestly, you know, whether you're... Really, I want to give a major shout out to the lurkers out there. because you guys are choosing to be here while you're working on other stuff, and that's huge. I really appreciate that. You guys are just absolutely phenomenal. I call up on the thunder too, even though that's lightning. Ooh, give me 1,000 kills. Give me 1,000 kills. Come on. Yeah, give me 1,000 kills. I want 1,000 kills. Oh, I want it now. 4 more. I want to be a warrior of the 3 kingdoms. Yeah! Yeah!
Most impressive. You are a true warrior of the 3 kingdoms.
So they won't actually say... It used to be in, like, Dynasty Warriors 3 that if you got 1,000 kills pre 3 Kingdoms era, like let's say you did Hulao Gate, which is before the 3 Kingdoms happens, and you killed 1,000 people, it'll tell you you're a warrior of the 3 Kingdoms, even though it hasn't started yet. So, I guess in this game they actually realized that, temporarily speaking, you can't call someone a warrior of the 3 Kingdoms if the 3 Kingdoms hasn't happened yet. Alright. You will bow down before me. I know this is only normal, but I don't care. I am so out of practice with this game, it's not even funny. Alright. On to the north. There's Wong Fu. I will show you the power of my Wong Fu. Hey, Ma Da. Oh, that's right.
Lord Ma Chao, you are making a mistake. Your blade should be pointed at Cao Cao. He was the one who murdered your father. Lord Liu Bei stood by your father.
Yeah. I'm...
You're right. I've been a fool. My enemy is Cao Cao.
Can you just...
Be my master.
I am grateful for your assistance.
There we go. Now we have Ma Chao.
Together we will build the world our Lord dreams of.
Yeah, we got him to defect. Hooray, we're good people.
Do exactly as I have told you, you will not encounter any problems.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
Woo! Up he goes. Goodbye. And look at that. Ma Dai has now defected to our side. We're amazing. Hey!
That's what I like to see.
Oh, who's my favorite? That's a good question. I generally like anyone with spears. So characters like Guan Yu, Xiahou Yun, those were always my go-to. Honestly, she's on the Wei side. We haven't seen her yet. Genji. Genji was always one of my favorites because she had the flute in previous Dynasty Warrior games, and the flute was busted. She was devastating with it. She was usually my favorite.
Do you still insist on fighting?
My lord, there is no point.
We haven't seen her yet. We will, though.
Accept defeat and surrender.
Give me this castle. I want this castle on account of that it doesn't belong to me and I want it. Let's see if you can hit me. Go away. And 100 to 0.
It is clear that you were not great enough to rule in this time of strife.
Oopsies.
And Liu Bei. He is great enough?
Conveniently all the peasants show up. But yeah, Genji was always my favorite. Cao Pi was always my favorite too. I really liked Cao Pi.
With Chengdu in his hand.
It really depends because each faction kind of had their own unique characters that were fun to play as.
All was proceeding.
Xiahou Dun was fun to play as well, but he's also on the Wei side. We haven't seen him yet.
Liu Bei captured Yi, claiming the territory as his own.
We're actually going to be playing as
found
Wei
itself divided
last,
into three,
so after
with
this
Liu Bei of
playthrough,
Shu, Cao Cao of Wei, and Sun Quan of Wu.
There we go.
At
There's our
long
three
last,
kingdoms.
Zhuge Liang's three-kingdom strategy had come to fruition.
So south and southeast is taken over by the Wu.
Against this
North
backdrop,
is
the
Wei.
province of Jing, located at the center of these three kingdoms, grew more important than ever.
And Jing
While
gets fought
relations
over
between
a
Shu and Wu
lot.
had worsened as they fought for control of the province. That all changed when Wei invaded Hanzhong. Liu Bei proposed a ceasefire with Sun Quan and returned to him the eastern portion of Jing. And in return for the land, he asked that Wu participate in a joint attack against Wei at Hefei. Just as they promised, Wu attacked
There are some
Hefei.
characters that are definitely better
For a
than
while,
others.
Jing once again knew peace.
But each
Having secured Jing,
faction
Zhuge
has
Liang
unique enough
sent
characters
Huang Zhang
that are
and
fun to
other
play
top
as.
generals
Huang
to
Zhang
take
is
the
also
fight to Wei.
devastating too. Huang Zhang in like Dynasty
The
Warriors
battle would
3
take
was
place on
disgustingly
Hanzhong's
powerful.
Mount Dingjuan. It was there that Zhuge Liang realized that the land of virtue they had sought for so long was finally within their grasp.
I'll say more. I'll say more whenever we're at a moment where we can stop. I think he's playing as Huang Zhang in this battle, which is going to be great.
The enemy ranks are as clear as day.
Woo!
That's quite a shot. Ugh. It's too far. There's no point. Ugh. Unless you're as good as me. Ugh. Securing Hanzhong will bring stability to the kingdom of Shu. After all, even we old folks have to think about the future sometimes.
Yeah, he's just gonna like jump down from the battlements and just land on the ground, even though the guy's in his 60s. Yeah, you're just gonna stop working on me here? Sorry guys, my controller just decided that it was gonna die out. Come on now. Don't be like this. Alright, fine. Give me 1 second. Let's see if you'll work. You do not. Okay. 1 second. Yeah, I know, I'm doing a little dance. My guy's just having a little fun here. Okay. This is so weird. It'll randomly just decide that it's gonna stop working, and I haven't quite fully understood as to why that's the case. Oh, that's why, because apparently I was not clicked on it. Well, that's awkward. Okay, so, all right, let me back up a second here. So each faction usually has about 2 or 3 like really unique characters that you can play as with very unique weapons. Some are a little bit more generic than others, but generally like there's at least a couple of really unique weapons and characters in each faction. My recommendation is if you're gonna get into this game, I would start with Dynasty Warriors 5. That'd be the best entry into the series. start with Dynasty Warriors 5 and play as spear characters. So people like Zhang Fei, Guan Yu, Zhao Yun, sorry, not Zhao Yun, Zhao Yun. Anybody that has a reach weapon is usually a good starting point because they have excellent clear and excellent AoE. And if you get swarmed by a mob of enemies, having that clear is going to be really important. So I would recommend, and Shu tends to be the one that has the most like kind of spear people anyway. So that would be my recommendation. I would say start with Shu and pick a spear character like Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, or Zhao Yun. Zhao Yun's kind of always been sort of the poster child for the Dynasty Warriors series. And he's definitely not a bad character to use. He's got a great moveset. In any Dynasty Warriors game, he's got a great moveset to use. Lu Bu, if you ever have a chance to unlock, when you unlock Lu Bu, he's always a great character to play as because he's just basically AoE. Every attack he does is just massive area damage. It's kind of nutty. So, things to consider. Let's just get them leveled up here. No, skill up. He is not a Muzu person, so we're not going to focus on his Muzu. Projectile resistance, very important. Actually, I think I might be able to just... Oh, I can just max him out anyway, so there we go. Hey, look at that. That probably means we're not going to be playing as Wang Zhang for very long. Hey, Phobe. How do I keep finding these obscure games? This game was a product of my childhood. Well, thanks, Phobe. I appreciate that. Phobe, we're gonna have to sit down sometime and figure out when you're free to start up some D&D again, because I need to get D&D going again. I miss playing with you guys, and I really want to get through Curse of Strahd. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Definitely want that. Attack up. Ooh, actually, max health. We're gonna do that. Yeah, it's been too long, and I'm in a good enough mindset now where I can come back to it. I will give you the sword. Why not? Give me the cloud burst. I'm in a good enough mindset now where I can come back to it and keep it up. Attack range, and we'll give you some max health. Yeah, I like that. Great. Yeah. Oh, welcome in, Phil, though. It's good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. Okay, I think let's go and spend a little bit of money here, because there's some people that I want to start getting some other stuff for. Well, yeah, I know. Twin swords, yes. Staff's good. Actually, staff's a little weird. I think we'll be okay. I think I have to stop putting so much freaking pressure on myself. I think that's the big thing. God, I try so hard for, like, I aim at perfection, like, all the time, and I swear it's sent me to burnout so many times. Throwing knives are good. If you can find a character that uses throwing knives, I recommend that as well, because throwing knives in this game are devastating. The bullseye. We're using the wind shoot right now. Bullseye, no, I don't want that because that damage is busted. Cloud burst is good, same kind of basic attack. That's fine. We should be good. Alright. Who am I talking to here? You, Mr. Guard. Alright.
I'll show you all that I've still got what it takes. I'll do anything necessary to protect this land.
I think his moveset with the bow in this one is good.
Let's go. Begin the march.
Understood.
Alright.
Cao Cao has set up camp on Mount Dingjun. If we can secure the mountain, Hanzhong is as good as ours. We will begin with the foothills. Wei Yan, you head west. Ma Chao, secure the central garrison.
Alright.
We win. Liu Bei happy.
My blade belongs to Lord Liu Bei now. For his vision,
Ooh,
it will slice
get over here.
through the
Come on.
enemy.
Oh. Yeah, he's like just pure AoE. Oh my god! Oh, the sword with attack range up is stupid. Oh, it basically just turns it into a spear weapon. Oh my god, look at the range on this thing.
I have lost count of these enemy officers over the years.
That's ridiculous. Look at the range on this thing. That's so dumb. You're gonna go to sleep. Alright, folks, take it easy, man. Hey, Xiahou. Oh my god, the range on this is so dumb.
The enemy's gathering over there. In that case, that's where I need to be.
Watch and learn. The arrows shall rain down upon you. Our friends are in need. Get over and help them at once.
So you are my next opponent. I'll crush you like all of the others. So you would face
I would love to not get ganked from behind like that. Yeah. Okay. Whenever you're done. Arrgh. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's just, you get knocked down onto the ground and they just sit there and they just won't let you get back up. Oh man. It's not even Xiahou, it's this guy. God. Oh, Lord. Can't believe I almost died because that guy just kept hitting me in the back.
You have truly earned your reputation.
Well, the good news is that I'm just going to constantly get my Muzu, so that's fun.
So you are my next opponent. I'll crush you like all of the others.
Yeah, if that can hit an enemy officer, they're done. People way in. Goodbye.
Remember that, for yours is the first head I shall see.
I have lost count of these enemy officers over the years.
Yeah. All right. So we just gonna keep fighting enemy soldiers here, and here we go. All right, next. Hey, Xiahou Yuan.
So, what am I gonna do with you? Watch and learn. The arrows
Up you go. Woo!
Watch and learn. The arrows
Bam!
Well done. Your example is a powerful motivation to us all.
There we go. I just needed to get Xiahou Yuan. There we go. Woo!
Now fall back.
I have lost count of these enemy officers.
And what they started doing too is by about Dynasty Warriors 5, I think, they started making characters use weapons that were more historically accurate to their to history. So Xiahou Yuan didn't used to use an arrow in previous Dynasty Warrior games, but since about 5 onward he does, because they realized that historically he was a very talented archer. And each faction has parallels as well. So, you know, there's a great archer for Shu, there's a great archer for Wei, there's great strategists for all factions. So it's all just kind of like... It's all just finding what, you know, it's all about finding those parallels. Oh, I thought I launched him into the sky. That sucks. Yeah. If he's gonna Muzu, I'm gonna Muzu as well, because I ain't dealing with that.
I have lost count of these enemy officers over the
Yeah, take that, Zhonghai. Where's that? There he is. Okay, give me that. Alright, so that's taken care of, so now we just have to see where... Hey, Spy.
We have Mount Dingjuin surrounded.
How you doing?
Launch the attack.
Attack? Oh, right, because we have that
All
captured.
units, we must hold out until an opening presents itself.
Yeah, so where are we going
I
next?
hope you realize you have no chance of victory.
Where are we going next, Zhuge Liang?
Enemy supply depots have been discovered on Mount Tiandang. Lord
All right.
Yan Yan is leading a unit there now.
Supply depot it is.
If we can burn their supplies, the enemy will despair. We should assist Lord Yan Yan.
Yan, yan, yan. Yan, yan,
The
I'm on it.
success of my battle plan depends on your performance.
Don't worry, Zhuge Liang, I got this. Boop. Yeah, 50 health. Woo! Although these are supply depots, so they should have health to them anyway. I see an enemy soldier.
You think you can outsmart
I want it! I want him, I want him, I want him! His Muzu and other games have always been a little bit better. You're feeling lucky. Ooh, pray tell why. Or what are you feeling lucky about, that is? And goodbye.
You will learn to regret this moment.
Oh, it's so ridiculous. I love it.
I have lost count of these enemy officers over the years.
You have truly
Just,
earned
you
your
know,
reputation.
don't ask me if I'm feeling lucky,
They will boost the
punk,
morale of our
because, you know,
troops.
that'd be bad. Oh, there we go. Okay, got him. Oh my god, that's really hard to line up. Yeah, arrows are good. The weapon that I have right now is a little underpowered for these guys. I might have to consider using a busted weapon just because these guys are taking a little bit longer to kill than I'd like. We'll have to see.
I can't believe I lost to someone as scrawny as you.
Yeah, their
I have lost
death
count of
taunts
these
aren't really
enemy
anything.
officers over the years.
Hey, look who's back.
After our supplies. Not on my watch.
He's back. Whee! Goodbye. Time to send you 40 feet into the air.
So, what am I gonna do with you?
Oops. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta keep him in my sights because I can't give him an opportunity to block. You got a sword, ate a bunch of grilled food, and trained. Nice. Goodbye.
We'll determine who the winner is.
Come on. I know I'm a little quiet right now. I'm trying to really focus on killing this guy because he's got a lot of health. And he can hurt if I'm not careful. Because I'm really low on health. Don't give him a chance to get up because apparently all you have to do... There we go.
Lose to that old man.
Whew.
Not my game.
Alright.
Not bad, youngster. But it'll be a while before you can match me. I have lost count of these enemy officers over the years.
Man, you guys love blocking stuff. Good lord. Are we okay here?
This one is heroic. I guess I need to pick up the pace.
Did I get him? I got him. Did that one blind.
Give up yet.
Alrighty.
Very close to victory.
Alright. So now we just move on to the next one. Morale's a big determining factor in how the AI fight. Also, enemy officer health, their defense. So the more morale that you can take away from them, the easier these guys are going to be to kill.
Victory is near. Once we secure Hanzhong, Lord Guan Yu should attack Xuzhou. The arrows shall rain down upon you.
So I probably wouldn't be doing as much damage to these guys if they had higher morale, but since their morale's a little on the lower side.
Watch and learn. The arrows shall rain down upon you.
Oh, that hit him. Oh, imagine getting a charged shot to the face. Whoops. I'm also not finding many power-ups times 2. There we go. Speaking of power-ups times 2.
I must retreat. This is not the end.
I have lost count of these
Okay,
enemy
so that's
officers
taken care
over
of.
the
So we're going to keep progressing south here. There's an enemy unit heading north. I could go and intercept that, but we were just going to make our way right to south. Woo! Perfect. Okay. So now that that's taken care of, we're going to run down this way. What kind of sword was it that you were training with there, Spy? Like, just like a standard longsword? Was it a rapier? Like, katana? Like, I mean, you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little ignorant on the sword training.
I have taken over this area.
Yeah, I've taken over that area. Hooray. Alright, on to streamers. We're just gonna send that right there. Okay. So we're just going around capturing all these different garrisons. I kind of want to move up north, though. I should have grabbed this base on my way down, so I think we're going to go and do that now. If there's a defense captain... There is a defense captain. I want it! Ooh, officer assassin. That's a good seal to have.
I have taken over this area.
Yeah! Alrighty. Perfect. And we captured this area, too. So we're just going to head south and then work our way up around the loop. But first, we're going to start another Stream Raiders battle. So we're going to clean this up really quick. Yeah? We're moving towards that loyalty token chest, so be sure to keep dropping your units in. Give me 2 seconds here. There's just a bit of a lag on this. Oh, tanks. Okay, well, we'll place a tank then. Cool. Thanks for helping out, guys. Get your units in for the next battle. Heading over to streamers.com. Making sure to click that link. Hey, if you want to drop a click on the heart as well, that just adds me to your favorites list, meaning that when I'm live, you can find my battles that much faster. Oops. You know what? It might seem a little shisty to do this, but you know what? We're only going to be using them once. So we may as well just have fun with them. We may as well just have some fun with him. Plus, it's going to start making this playthrough go a little bit faster, and that's kind of okay. I think on the future playthroughs, though, I'm going to use a much higher weapon, but I'm going to play on a harder difficulty. So Shu's playing on normal right now just to get me back into the flow of playing, and then we'll play Wu next, and we'll play them on hard, and we'll play Wei, and we'll play them on hard as well. This was not the way I wanted to go. There we go. So this would be a time where a horse would be necessary, so... Yeah, we're gonna be using Horse Muzu for a bit. I think there is a way where you can get more powerful horses in this game. I don't remember. It is kind of funny when you're using Guan Yu, though, after you defeat Lu Bu, because Guan Yu takes the red hair, and every time you see Guan Yu, he has the red hair, but you don't actually get to use it as a horse when you play as him. Yeah, so all of our units up there are gonna kill those guys off, which is perfect. I could go around and capture that base to the left, but there's no real point. We're just gonna start moving forward and towards Cao Cao. But look at this. Look how much,
There's no
like...
end in sight. I just want to go home and rest.
Everyone make sure he's made up.
Yeah, there we
You
go.
have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
Give me that. And just as a reminder to everybody, I do have the first Shu playthrough uploaded to YouTube now. So if you head over to youtube.com/@EsquireBT, you can find the first video of the Shu playthrough there. I'm going to be downloading the VOD of this and uploading it to there as well. We're going to get some new stuff over the next couple of days. I'm going to get a new background done. Sima Yi! Hi, Sima Yi. Goodbye. I've got a new background in the works. I'm also going to have a desk in front of my character as well in the coming days, so that'll be fun.
Thank you for your assistance. I pledge to you, I will repay this debt of honor.
Yeah, I don't really want to get hit by you. So. Woo! Brimble!
A true warrior indeed.
Thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate that. I hope the chores go well. Ooh. You know what? No. Well, we're gonna keep going this way, sorry. I was gonna go and break that pot to try to get a meat bun, but I don't wanna. Bleh, 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 bleh. Boop. Bleh. I like that I'm shooting like 8 arrows at once. Oh, hi friends. Tennis racket! Take this! I don't know if tennis was a sport at this time, but I don't care. Suck tennis racket, idiots. Alright, back to bow. Imagine getting your face beaten down by a tennis racket. That would be unfortunate.
Men, we must hold them back. It's
Okay, I'll take the meat bun. Oh, more meat bun. Okay. Whoops. Well, that's happening now. Oh, good. There's a full Muzu right there. So we'll just yoink that. Give me that. Give me this. And off we go, moving towards Cao Cao. I think we can just go. Yeah, okay, we can go just straight to him. Perfect. Ow. Okay. There we go.
Impressive. You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms. You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
Oh, that's why he's so gross with the bow.
I see I have a visitor. Then it will be you.
His extra attack, that's what makes him so gross. Okay. Woo! Up you go. Goodbye.
You think you can outsmart me?
I don't care. You just took a freaking charge shot to the face. I am okay with that. Oh, hi, Cao Cao. Alright, good. Defense times 2, attack times 2, defense times 2, and then we're gonna move around. Whee! Goodbye.
Last time I acted
Decoy? Le quoi?
Hey!
What?
He runs away fast, I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Cao Cao is gone, I see.
He said something about being a decoy. Just a bad loser.
I hope you are right. Maybe. Lord Guan Yu.
Ruh-roh.
At Hanzhong, Cao Cao seemed almost too calm and collected. Zhuge Liang could not help but feel uneasy. With Hanzhong under its control, Shu had stabilized as a country and was gaining momentum. As if in celebration of their good fortune, Guan Yu marched north from Jing and attacked Wei at Fan Castle.
Yeah.
If they could bring down Fan Castle, there would be nothing left standing between them and the Han capital of Shichang.
Shichang, that's
With
it.
everything
My
going
God.
so well, there was no reason to expect
Third
that
time's
the Wu
third time's a
allies
charm.
would betray
Getting
them.
the capital
However,
right.
no matter what Zhuge Liang did, his worries could not be eased. Then, as the stage switched to east of Hanzhong at Fan Castle in Jing, waves of emotion flooded over Guan Yu as he gazed upon Fan Castle, where Cao Ren lay in wait. For finally, the dream that Liu Bei had pursued for so many years was about to become a reality.
I don't remember if we actually played Fan Castle.
To forge a path to that world of virtue, Guan Yu and his sons would fight to the bitter end.
Yeah, he had like 2 adopted
the God
sons.
of War's battle plan was flawless. That is, until the surprise attack came.
No, we do not play Fan Castle. Or at least not. Oh, we do. It's just after the water attack had already happened. Ooh, Streamer Survival Pack. I don't have anything to hydrate with because I'm an idiot and don't have any water with me. But I'll give you a stretch because my shoulders are actually getting a little tense. So I appreciate that, Crozy. Also, it being like 4 in the morning for you. Oh, there's a stretch, though. Oh, big stretch. Oh, big stretch. There we go. I've actually been pretty good at keeping my posture in check, but I will do so all the same. For those of you sitting down, make sure to get some stretchies in, get some posture checks. Don't be shrimping.
Welcome.
Okay, welcome indeed. I want... What are you using? You're using something that I can't buy. So let's go back to the arm candy here. Thunder Stick. I thought it said Thunderstruck for a second. Is that what I'm using? It might be what I'm using. Hold on. What am I using? Using Jack in the Box. The gloves were really good. Remember the gloves being particularly good. Oh, it's just 220. Oh, okay. Well, I was off by a couple of hours. Spinner wasn't terrible. Flying Swords is broken. The Flying Swords may as well just not be in the game. If you use anybody that has the Flying Swords, it's game over. The Flying Swords are just stupid. Same with the throwing knives. The throwing knives are just gross. They're so gross. Tonfas are good, though. We'll use the Tonfas. Give me the Extinguishers. Because I'm feeling saucy. Give me max health. Give me attack. Give me attack. Officer Assassin. And attack range up. Beautiful. What about you? Crescent Blade? Oh, the Tempest Dragon's actually better anyway. Oh, it's because I'm learning max health up on it. What are you, Synergy? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, give me that. Oriental Umbrella. I don't really care. We're into like we're just gonna push through mode, and then we're gonna worry about other stuff later. We'll use these more powerful weapons on harder difficulties. Oh, it tells you how to do their extra attack right there. Perfect. Officer info, skills. How are you doing? You do not know your 6th attack yet. Well, we're gonna fix that. Learn that skill. Power up. Beautiful. Increases power by a sizable portion. Love it. Give me that. Can I learn the second move to attack? I cannot. That's fine. Let's take a look at your weapons again, Tonfa. Can I make that? No, I cannot. You tried to sleep already, but your eyes just opened themselves. That's unfortunate. Guan Suo, that's it. Guan Suo and Guan Ping. Guan Suo uses the nunchucks, and he's friggin' disgusting with them.
Father, the preparations for the flood.
At least I think he uses the nunchucks.
Our units are also in place around the enemy position.
Most impressive, my sons. Come, we must capture Fawn Castle for the sake of our lord. First we will secure Xiangyang, then we will divert the water from Han Shui into Fawn Castle.
My first battle. Finally, this is my chance to observe the way my father fights.
What's the matter, Father? It's not like you to be lost in thought in battle.
Looking at you and your brother reminds me of my own dictates of honor. I haven't seen them in so long.
Bam! Hey!
Take one step back from here, and we are off. We must retreat. This is not the end.
Yeah, get out of my way. Oh no! Way reinforcements have arrived.
Impressive, Father. I hope that I may one day live up to your expectations.
Out of my way. Oh, I love it. It's so...
Xiangyang is ours. It is time to order the flood attack.
It's so gross.
The western bank is under attack. Aid is required at once.
Where's my horse?
The bank is integral to our flood attack.
Whoops. Well, you guys are definitely dead. Alright, so we're gonna head back this way. I know, I'm going. See, notice how I'm not using the red hair? Eugene.
Excellent, Father. Well done as always.
For those of you who don't know, Eugene is from Wu.
Oh, astounding.
Oh, you're gonna run into this? Yeah, you are. Perfect. Alright, that takes care of them.
Father, please give the order to open the floodgates. You should have the honor of finishing off Fawn
So we need to head south and secure those forces there. So that's going to be our next plan of attack. Because I don't need anybody dying on me. Can I get out of here? I can. Okay, good. Hey, how about that? Hi, friend.
The glory of defeating you will be mine.
Oh, never mind. He's from Wei. I thought he was from... Wu. They show up in this fight, though. There we go. That's just... I'm just kind of cleaning some stuff up here. I don't like seeing red soldiers on the map. So we just go and take them out. That map is massive, though. I need to find a way to maybe make the map, the in-game map, a little smaller. Because, good God, that is big. That takes up like a good section of the screen. I'll have to look in settings and see if that's the case. I do not know off the top of my head. Alright, so yeah, this is Fawn Castle. This is Fawn Castle, and Shu attacks it to try to get into, from Jing province, use that as a mounting location to get into the capital. So in order for us to get into Fawn Castle, we have to open up this. Charge.
Out of my way.
Nope. Oh. Charge? Okay, how? When you say charge, what do you mean? Hold on. There used to be a way that you could charge your Muzu. At least in Dynasty Warriors 3, you could actually charge it. When you say charge, what do you mean? Give me a second here. Yeah, that's call horse. Where's my reset camera? Okay, pass? Huh? Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we did it.
Roar, water dragon. Swallow Fawn Castle and Way's ambition whole.
The Wei army has suffered major casualties from the flood attack. Their morale has been seriously low.
Of course you go swim.
Excellent. Into the castle.
Father, the ships are ready. It's time to go.
Oh, right. We go into Fawn Castle from the ships. There we go. Onto the ships we go. Onto the ships we go. Woo! All right.
Such grand vision. I don't know if I will ever be able to match
Did
my
you,
father.
There is no need for you to follow my path, my son. You must forge your own style.
He does use the nunchucks. Yeah, Guansua uses the nunchucks. He's kind of busted with them. There's a Wu officer that uses the nunchucks as well. Ling Tong, I think it is. And he's gross with them. In Dynasty Warriors 5, Ling Tong with the nunchucks was just like easy win. His moveset was so dumb.
Defend this area, even if it means our lives.
Hi, friends. Oh no, they're all scared and stuff.
That's more like it. Oh, I've gone and gotten myself into a trap.
Oh, that was a big one. That was a big one. Get over here.
I shall return.
All right.
Remember that. For yours
Great.
is the first head I shall see.
Okay.
I claim another victory in the name of my
He just
brother.
died because of, you know, aura in front of me. Perfect. Oh, hey, we did it. Yeah.
The castle is all but ours, Father. Only the commander, Cao Ren, remains.
Terrible news. The Wu
Yeah.
army has invaded our territory. Gong An and Zhang Ling have already fallen.
No. Wu are our allies. Have they betrayed us?
My lord, it's an emergency. The Wei army is amassing outside the castle. Their
Yup.
numbers are immense.
Yeah. That's bad. Yeah, so Wu betrays Shu and attacks Shu provinces.
The enemy numbers are far greater than we had imagined.
And then Wei shows up.
You must withdraw.
King,
What about you?
I will stay here in the castle and keep the enemy occupied. Brother, you must keep our father safe.
Of course.
Oh, he looks uneasy. Oh, we're playing as him now? Oh, baby. Alright, weapons. Yup, give me those. And give me that. With a little bit of that. A little bit of that. And a little bit of that. And we are good to go. Alright.
And to brother, you must stay alive, men.
Alright, so we're just gonna go out and yeah, we just gonna get out and kill us some officers. Alright, let's do this. Hey! Where do you think you're going? Ooh. Yeah, we need to fix you up just a little bit here. Just a little... a bittle. Wielding the Tonfas. Interesting. Can I max him out? I wonder if I can. I think I can. Oh, I totally can. Oh, with skill points to spare. I love it. Yeah, why not?
Come, my son. We must hurry. This is but a flesh wound.
Zhongzhao is leading Norway reinforcements from the northeast.
Yeah.
Lend me the strength I need.
This is getting worse by the moment. We have to get out of here.
There's one down.
I must retreat.
There's two down.
This is not the end.
We need to get back into the castle. So we're gonna head back this way. Oh good, he has an air jump as well. That's perfect. Woo! Get out of my way.
What are you doing, Guanswer? You have to take my place and keep our father safe.
Why has Wu betrayed us?
No. Recover.
Because it suited us to do so. Surrender now and face death like a man.
You would turn your back on honor for personal gain? That is unforgivable.
It is unforgivable. How dare you? Alright. So that takes care of these guys. We want to head up over this way. Are you guys going to open up the doors here? No. That's fine.
Lord Guan Yu's movements are so slow. I fear his injuries are serious.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
Are you gonna open up the gates here, or is that not happening? I don't think that's happening.
Oh, aren't you
That's
all
fine.
fired up?
I think I can get up around here. Over this way?
Now, strike!
Oops. Oh, that's not good.
Prepare yourself. They have us surrounded.
That's fine.
Lord Guan Yu is surrounded.
That's okay.
Lord Guan Yu is injured. We have to go to his aid.
There. And gone. Perfect. So you're done. Let's go down and grab these guys.
They are pushing us back. Everyone.
Oh, Juron.
This is where we must show our resolve.
Hi, friend.
Lend me the strength I need.
an assistance to turn back the enemy.
Ah! The tide of the battle has shifted. Let's show the enemy how to fight.
Now, I do have to get back to Guan Yu, though, because his morale's taken a major beating. And I gotta make sure that he doesn't die. Unless I can get over here.
We shall never give in. If we are to die, then let it be with honor.
Oh, he's down there. Assist at once. Well... Give me horse time. Alright, so we gotta get down to Guan Yu fast.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
Believe me, I would love to fight you, but... if I do not get to Guan Yu, I'm gonna lose. Ooh. Alright. Okay. Let's get rid of these guys first.
I shall remember this.
Alright, so that's him
If my
gone.
father were here, I know that he would be proud of me.
This is our chance to show off our skill.
Ooh. Okay. Alright, so Guan Yu needs to just stay put for, like... I need to get up there.
I am still but a
Can I
child.
even get up there?
I need to learn so much more from you.
I do not think I can get up
there
there.
is much you can still learn, but you will be a great man. The future of Shu
Oh, no, I
rests
can.
on
Totally
your
can.
shoulders.
Hi!
I can go no further. Lu Shui, I leave the rest to you.
Where are the
Li
arbalists then?
Fang and Fu Shun have already surrendered to us. Do not waste our time.
So it's true. Jiang Ling has fallen. My brother's dreams have been dashed.
Yeah, kind of.
I have taken control of this area.
Did he die? Guan Yu has fled. I think we lose.
Farewell, my son. Farewell, my brothers.
Guan Yu has died in battle.
This is all my fault. I have failed everyone.
Yeah, we lose this one. Whoops. Okay. Nah, we're last saved. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Important safety tip. Don't let Guan Yu die. What do I want to give him? Throwing knives. Oh, the happy pandas. Well, who doesn't love the happy pandas? 144 units still. That's pretty solid. There we go. You guys can get in on that. Alright. I want that one.
Must break through my castle. And to brother, you must stay alive, men.
Alright, so... protect Guan Yu and head to the escape point. Got it. So... we move with Guan Yu then. Because Guan Yu's gonna move on his own. Yeah, not dying is an important safety tip.
Fire!
Oh my god, those 3 arrows took a lot of health off of him. I mean, really, in theory.
We must hurry. This is but a flesh wound.
Zhongjiao is leading Norway reinforcements from the northeast.
Ooh, I'll take that there.
This is getting worse by the moment.
This is getting worse by the moment. Oh god. And grant rewards. And this is going to be the last battle for tonight. And I think we'll start this one a little bit early, because I kind of feel like we're up to a point where we might need to hold off. Because this might be the, I think this might be the last battle for this evening that we're going to do.
We have to get out of here.
Hey, look at that.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
Lend me the strength I need.
It seems to retreat is not necessarily to lose.
Goodbye. Out of my way.
If my father were here, I know that he would be proud of me.
If your father were here? You mean the guy standing, like, kind of almost right next to you?
Why has Wu betrayed us?
Sorry.
Because it suited us to do so. Surrender now and face death like a man.
Oh, do I not have...
Turn your back on honor for personal gain? That is unforgivable.
Eh. Oh, he's gone. Oh, that's right. The Arbalist.
Lord Guan Yu's movements are so slow. I fear his injuries are
Where's
serious.
his other... Where's the other guy, though? There's another officer back here.
Oh,
There's another 2 officers back here. Well, we're gonna fix that.
Strength I need.
Yeah. Mwah, mwah,
retreat is
mwah.
not necessarily to lose.
There we go.
If my father were here, I know that he would be proud of me.
There's my other pickup. Perfect.
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
And then Guan Yu ran up ahead. That's okay. This is fine. This is fine.
Strike!
This is fine.
Prepare yourself.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. No one's dying. No one's dying.
They have us surrounded.
Let me up, please.
You just reached another level of...
Yeah, I did. I'm amazing. Get out of my way, you. Hey, Joe Tai. It's time for you to Joe die.
Lu Xun,
Ow.
leave the rest to you.
Woo!
So you are my next opponent.
Almost took that ultimate. Almost took that friggin' loser to the face. That's not fun.
Lend me the strength I need.
Yeah. There we go.
My boys.
Ow.
You have grown up so fast.
I want that.
I am still but a child. I need to learn so much more from you.
Yes, there is much you can still learn. But you will be a great man. The future of Shu rests on your
Running,
shoulders.
running, and running, running.
I shall return. Remember that. For
Yeah,
yours is the
Guan
first head I shall
not
see.
the best with the nunchucks. Ling Tong is much better.
Mi Fang and Fu Shun have already surrendered to us. Do not waste our time.
So it's true. Jiangling has fallen. My brother's dreams have been dashed.
Amazing. You are a swift and deadly warrior.
Yeah, there we go. Give him the friggin' flying daggers.
Hurry to my castle.
Yeah, flying daggers are just they're all kinds of dumb. They're super fast, got excellent range. Where the hell is he? There he is. He's down here. Alright. Yeah, I don't remember who uses the throwing daggers, but someone on the Wei side uses them, and they are dumb. They're just the dumbest weapon.
With the proper respect, Guan Yu. Now you will pay for it. I never liked you. You were an arrogant, pig-headed dud.
Go away. I was what, sorry? I couldn't hear you over the sound of you being absolutely kicked in the face. We moving on there, Guan Yu? Where are we going? Alright. We're gonna take out this guy then. Blah, blah, blah.
I have great respect for you as a warrior, but you are an enemy of Wei.
I do not need your respect or your flattery. Cross
There we
blades
go.
with me instead.
Very well, Lord Guan Yu.
There he is. See, I finished him off earlier. But then, you know, Guan Yu kind of died, so... He's really good, too. Zhu Huang? Zhu Huang is a very good character for Wei. He's got a great moveset, great weapon, great, you know, just overall, like, kind of battle capacity. Like, he's... Oh, of course. What I wouldn't give for 2x speed. Catch up with this dingus. Because this is the kind of time when... This is kind of the time when, like, he runs ahead, and then it's like, oh, yeah, he's died. And it's like, whoa, wait, what? Like, what happened? Why did he suddenly die? It's like, because some peon soldier, like, took him out because the morale was, like, shot.
My lord, it's Lord Guan Ping. He's been killed.
Yeah, Guan Ping's dead.
Our ally has fallen. I won't allow that to happen anymore.
I finally get to fight with you, and now this.
Yeah, this is a way better weapon for him.
To honor your name.
Just as Lu Xun said, prepare to die.
The Wu army still has some men with a head for strategy.
Did I not? Oh, God. I was doing this without giving him any of his skills. Whoops. It's okay. It's okay. We're learning. Apparently that kind of stuff didn't save. I don't know why he has Tonfo mastery. I almost called it Tonfu. Your Tonfu is not strong. Yeah, cumulative with... increases attack range. This, in fact, is cumulative with other skills and seals, which means that you could turn, like, a little rinky-dink sword into having the most ridiculous range.
They are pushing us back. Everybody, this is where we must show our resolve.
I'm right here. Guan Yu's not in trouble. Or is he just gonna wind up dead somehow? Hey. Okay.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
Goodbye. Goodbye.
I knew you'd come here. I will be your opponent.
Alright, give me that. Ding Fong has
My lord,
appeared.
You must keep him safe. Show the enemy, show the world that you have the power to lead.
I'm coming.
Oh, aren't you all fired up? We'll try to keep up with you.
Okay, so he's gonna wind up all the way down at the bottom of the stairs. Got it. There we go.
To accomplish. I shall withdraw
Give me those.
for now.
If my father were here, I know that he would be proud of me.
There we go. That is... Wait, it's knocking everybody down.
I
I'll put a stop to them.
Oh, hi, Lu Xun. Bye, Lu Xun.
Now, close the exits to my castle.
Lend me the strength I need.
Hi, Lu Xun.
You're
Bam!
on you.
Rah! Oh, there's another officer here. All right, well, I'm gonna take him out too then.
You have more fight left in you than I thought. But it will take more than grit to get out of this.
And that's another one down. We are just knocking enemy officers down, left, right, and center.
Come, father. We must escape.
Yes, we must escape. Pa, 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 pa.
My son, you must stay alive, live, and support your brother.
Well, Guan Ping
What
is
are you
dead,
talking
so...
about?
Crud!
And give my lord and Zhang Fei a message for me. Tell them I'm sorry I broke my promise. Farewell, my son. I have always been proud of you.
Due to the treachery of his supposed ally Wu, Guan Yu was slain in battle. And in an instant, the bonds so carefully formed between Shu and Wu through Sun Shangxiang's marriage were torn apart. Meanwhile, the tides of change were swelling within the Wei camp as well. Cao Cao, the hero of chaos, died and was succeeded by his son Cao Pi.
Yeah, proceeds to almost drown him.
Following in his
Yeah,
father's
whoops.
footsteps of conquest, Cao Pi demanded the Han Emperor abdicate the throne and declared himself Emperor of Wei. In response, Zhuge Liang advised Liu Bei to stake his own claim on the throne. He reminded Liu Bei that he was an actual descendant of the Han bloodline,
As I mentioned
that it was
earlier.
his birthright. By doing so, he could label Cao Pi a traitor to the country for having deposed the Han Emperor. However, Liu Bei remained undecided, for he was still haunted by the death of Guan Yu.
Yeah, so there was still a Han Emperor. It's just he was kind of more of like a puppet leader at that point.
Yes. We must defeat Wu.
But Cao Pi is the true threat. What is the point of attacking Wu?
What point? You... How dare you say that? Avenge Guan Yu's death. What other reason do we need? I'm sorry.
I bring news! General Zhang Fei! He has been killed! By his own men!
Yeah. Zhang Fei was not well liked by his soldiers at one point, and they turned around and they killed him.
Have taken his head! And fled to Wu!
Zhang Fei is dead.
For the first time in his life, Liu Bei decided to start a war rooted in hatred. Joining his sworn brother in the afterlife, Zhang Fei also passed away. The sworn brothers who had pledged to die at the same time had nearly fulfilled their oath. Meanwhile, Wu, who had betrayed Guan Yu and also killed Zhang Fei, still stood. Liu Bei brushed aside the pleas of Zhuge Liang and his other retainers, determined to launch a large-scale military campaign against Wu. Liu Bei's hatred, sorrow, and malice whipped through the sky above Yiling, signs of the impending storm. This battle would not be for justice, nor virtue, nor for the people. With a heavy heart, a pair of eyes looked upon the army of Shu, which had been transformed by vengeance. It was Zhao Yun, the brave warrior who had fought so many battles alongside Guan Yu and Zhang Fei.
Well, how about that? Ending on another Zhao Yun battle.
Such vast numbers. The sorrow and anger that our Lord is feeling must be great indeed. But right now, he does not have any sense of perspective. He may resent it, and even decide to push me away. But if I don't keep him safe, then I will be dishonoring my great forebearers. Now, I must go to him!
Are we starting battle right away? Are we starting battle right away? Alright, well, we'll finish this battle then.
I challenge any and all comers to test me in the art of...
In that case, then. May as well do this one. Let's give him a short pipe. Let's give him that. All right.
Now is the time to attack. Everybody, to battle.
Ever been thwacked by a vegetable? Cause you about to. Yeah, they initiate a fire attack.
My lord, we cannot make contact with several of our officers, and Lord Liu Bei is missing.
Thank you for coming to our aid, my lord. We need to regroup, or it will be difficult.
Woo! There we go. Bah!
Time is of the essence. We must find my lord at once.
All right. So that's done. So we're just gonna move from. We're just gonna move from person to person. Get all these guys under control. Yeah. So because Wu had launched an attack against them at Fawn Castle, Liu Bei kind of gets a little upset and basically declares war on Wu. Oh, no, give you that. Give you that. Because we can learn all these now, so that's perfect. Yay, alright.
My lord, I have failed you. I cannot find Lord Liu Bei anywhere.
If you dare. Keep it together, man. I will find our lord. You need to rescue as many of our people as possible.
No, not Futong. I was almost there. No, not Zhang Yi. I was almost there.
I was most definitely in a spot of trouble.
There we go. Got him done. There's Liu A, but... Oh, right. We're looking for Liu B.
By your performance in battle, I too shall do my best.
Liu B? Liu Bei? No? No? Maybe that's... Maybe... Tis a me joke. Tis a me joke. I'll take it. Yeah, well, you just got smacked by a vegetable, so... That's on you, friend.
My lords, I was so glad to see you. I feared I would never see the brave men of Shu again. I'm glad you're still alive. Do you know where Lord Liu Bei is?
Not for certain.
but he is south of here. I hope he is safe.
Hi, friend.
You mean he is on the other side of the flames?
What's his extra Muzu, I wonder?
If we detour to the
I mean, he might have an aerial Muzu. I think most that have a second Muzu attack, it's like one on the ground and one in the air. So, we're gonna find out. We're gonna take care of this guy up here. Do I have a Muzu charge? I do have a Muzu charge. Alright, well... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's like right underneath them. Okay.
I trusted that you would come. I appreciate your assistance.
That should hit him, though. That got him. That got him good.
You displayed fine leadership. Certainly you can make use of my strategies.
I can't double dash in the air with him. That's unfortunate. That's okay, though. So then, yeah, the next step then is to head south. I think there's some... Yeah. Oh, we discovered Liu Bei. We found him.
There he is! Our lord is alive!
You know we need to rescue him. I'm working on it. Oh, he's looking rather despondent, though. I mean, the AI do get smarter as the battles progress, too, so by the time you're fighting guys at, like, the very end of the campaign, the AI is actually pretty intuitive. They block a lot.
Not so fast. You'll pay your respects.
Oh, that's right. This guy's still alive. He was disgusting, too. Gan Ning? Oh, man. In Dynasty Warriors 3, he was nuts.
How did that happen? But...
Alright. Oh, am I gonna switch over to Liu Bei now? So.
Zhao Yun, what are you doing here? You must withdraw. Allied reinforcements are on their way. I will not. I must avenge my fallen brothers. Take care of our lord. Sir!
Yes, sir.
Lord Zhuge Liang, the rest is up to you.
Ooh, we switching tactics? Well, switching characters, I think. He's breaking out the Zhuge Liang again? Yeah, we are. Okay.
Let us go.
Ah, Yue Ying. That's right. I forgot about her, too. Max health, attack, attack, officer assassin, and attack range. And then we're going to go not you. We're going to go throwing knives. We want the happy pandas. And there we go. And then we're going to switch over to this. And we're going to have some fun.
Lord Liu Bei has safely made it to Baidu Castle.
Hey, Liu Bei, didn't I just beat you earlier?
We must withdraw the rest of our troops to safety.
How are we doing on the officer info front here? I want that.
I have some troops preparing a new weapon.
Oh yeah, the throwing daggers are just too good.
I see. In that case, I will hold the enemy off with the ballista until preparations are complete.
Alright. Now we're about to one-shotting everybody with Muzu. I love it.
We will hold them off and wait for our chance to strike.
Lord Liu Bei has gone to war with sorrow and anger in his heart.
I guess we go north? Yeah, I guess we'll go north. We'll try to secure all these guys who are in our way here. Try to get all of our... Eh.
The Wu army is preparing to deploy more reinforcements. Remain vigilant, my lord.
Yeah. No thanks.
You will learn to regret this moment.
I regret nothing.
There is no greater weapon than a prepared mind.
I'm gonna grab this guy up north.
A true warrior indeed. You will carry our honor across the land.
Hey, Plutong is alive. Right.
That went well. Such cooperation is what truly binds a marriage.
You wanna...
I call upon the thunder.
You know, fun fact, too. Fun fact. Yue Ying, Zhuge Liang's wife, was reportedly not very good looking. Apparently, he married Yue Ying for her intellect. She was apparently a very cunning strategist, which is why Zhuge Liang married her. But apparently, she wasn't the most attractive out there, which is, I mean, kind of forward-thinking for an ancient civilization, I suppose. Well, I say ancient, like, not like it was like, you know, it's not like it's like 3,000 years old, but I mean, you know, it was a while ago. This wasn't like yesterday that this happened. But for a culture that certainly was obsessive about beauty, it was probably uncommon for someone like Yue Ying to be married to someone as prominent as Zhuge Liang.
Yes, my dear.
They make her attractive, quote unquote, in this game just because it's makes it more marketable, I suppose. Hi. Should have blocked it.
My lord, the weapon is ready. It is just a prototype, but I hope it will serve its purpose. The fire has been extinguished at last.
Why are the throwing daggers so busted? Why? Why are they so good? Was there another guy over here? Oh, there is. How about that? I want this. Alright. Oh. That's what I wanted to do. Thank you. Because there's a full Muzu right here anyway. The thing that I'm picking up that's the full Muzu, that's the Imperial Seal. There's the War God's Armor, which gives you 2 times defense. The War God's Axe, which gives you 2 times attack. There's the Imperial Seal, which gives you full Muzu. Then there's Wine, which gives you 1 full Muzu gauge. And then there's the Meat Buns, which give you various forms of health. And then there's I think the War God's Boots or something like that, or like Heavenly Boots or something. I don't remember exactly what they're called, but I think it's something to that extent. Oh, good. You're all funneling here. Fantastic.
Fight me now for glory.
You seem to have lost your way.
There we go.
To guide you to the afterlife.
Hey, where are you? There you are. I think not. Allow me. Bring it. There we go. Perfect. Hey. Now where's Ding Fong?
Lord Guang's is requesting aid, my lord.
Oh, okay.
I suggest we help him.
Oh, Liu Bei's all the way down there. No, he's all the way down there. Oh, Zhao Yun's moving to save him. Okay, that's fine.
A true warrior indeed. You will
I want these guys. Hey, I said I want these guys. Should have been defending. Now you're dead.
I can't believe I lost to someone as strong
There we go. Yeah, well, that sucks to suck, doesn't it? And away we go. Can I get across the river here? I can. Fantastic. Guanswo should be fine. Everybody's just kind of withdrawing back there right now. We'll do our last Stream Raiders battle in just a minute. I just needed to get him. Hurt him. There we go. Is there any health pickups? I don't think so.
You will carry our honor across the land.
Why are you guys running? Can I make you guys come back and fight me? No. Okay, that's fine. They when enemy officers are withdrawing, they move really fast. It's almost impossible to catch an enemy unit that's withdrawing. That's fine, though. We don't have to go after them, really. I just would have liked to have tried to kill all the enemy units, but our units over there will take care of them. I killed all the big namey people, so that's the most important thing.
This is for Gan Ning.
It shall be my pleasure to face you in battle.
Call upon the thunder. Call upon the thunder.
Yeah. Okay, that's one down.
Someone so strong.
There is no greater weapon than a prepared mind.
Good. I saved to break his guard, and he's down.
Run for now. Next time, you'll not get off so easily.
We are still going?
I shall withdraw for now.
Is there another enemy unit? Oh, there is. Okay. Zhuhuan.
Lord Guanswo, are you all right? We will take over from here. Please, retreat.
Thank you.
There we go. Look how fast the attack is on the though. Like, my goodness.
You are indeed the incarnation of the dragon. I know your strength will come
And
to me.
I'm doing this all in the red health. That is not good.
What a stunning display of strength. You have earned my respect.
Your prowess is undeniable.
Now what?
I doubt I have ever seen anything
Oh, do I have to go
like
back and fight those guys? Actually? Legit? Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, Guanswo's fine now. We saved him, so he won't die anymore. The next order of business, then, is going to be to get to that upper part. But while that happens, I am going to get our last Stream Raiders battle done here. Is it going? It is. Okay, good. At least so that people aren't waiting for an eternity for that. So split, we're gonna go up north first. No, we're gonna go south first. Because then we're gonna go up north. Because that big octagonal section is where we have to go next.
I must retreat. This is not the end.
No. Got that done.
There is no greater weapon than a prepared mind.
I'm confident we can get to 1,000. Oh, no, never mind. We won't get to 1,000 on Zhuge Liang. This guy's almost dead. Excuse you.
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
Alright. Now we can get out of here.
A true warrior indeed. You will carry our honor across the land.
Yeah? Are we... Oh, we're all falling back. Okay. Oh, we're all falling back into here. Okay, good. Good. Okay, this is where I wanted to go. I just have to get everybody withdrawing through here. defeat Lu Xun. Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing I, ensure his safety. Oh, it's escort time. Alright, fine. That's fine. I'll meet up with him, because probably as I'm escorting him, more enemy units are going to pop up, and it's just better to not. Okay, there we go. We'll just walk with him. This is why this is another reason why a horse isn't always necessary in this game, because most of the time you're, like, escorting people. Oh, okay, we're going this way. You're escorting people, so you're going to be just, like, walking on a horse anyway, so you may as well just be walking with them. And, let's... Alright, we're just gonna let that go. Where's Zhao Yun? Oh, okay, he's all the way up there. Alright, so... Okay, well, we have to defeat Lu Xun, so that's where we're gonna go. So we're gonna head back south. Zhao Yun's fine. Nothing's gonna pop up between there. Oh, there we go, that was it.
We have done enough. My lord, I hope we shall meet again someday.
You have judged your retreat well. I see Zhou Yu and Lu Meng have a worthy successor. I only hope I can find one so talented to carry on my legacy.
Liu Bei and his army were dealt a crushing defeat at Yiling.
Yeah.
Under the protection of Zhao Yun and Zhuge Liang, Liu Bei safely returned to Baidi Castle. Unable to fulfill his quest for revenge, he soon took ill. Despite his power and authority, he never abandoned his kindness and human decency.
Well, that's nice of him.
He was willing to give his own life if it might ease the people's suffering. The final chapter in the book of this man, who lived with passion and a zest for life, was about to come to a close.
Forgive me. I wanted a land of benevolence, like we had talked about. But I allowed my grief to consume me, and it cost men their lives.
Your mistakes are due to your benevolence.
You have supported me until the very last, my friend. My son, Liu Shan. He must take over when I am gone. But if he proves inadequate, then I want you to lead Shu.
But my lord...
Indeed, you are the one who has shown true benevolence until the very end.
My lord...
You must complete the task I have left unfulfilled.
Oh, he's so sad.
Ah, my brothers, my friends. I'm sorry I took so long. Now, we go. Together, always.
He's so sad. He had big hands. Ooh, he has big hands. No. I know. Fingies, am I right?
Liu Bei died within the confines of Baidi Castle. The imperial throne was taken over by his son Liu Shan, and Zhuge Liang was made prime minister. First, Zhuge Liang looked to repair the fractured relations with Wu and revitalize their alliance. And when things worsened between Wei and Wu, he took the opportunity to eliminate a different threat. Word of impending rebellion in Nanzhong. Zhuge Liang himself led the campaign south and forced the Nanzhong king, Meng Huo, to surrender. With his rear flank secure, Zhuge Liang was ready to lead the three armies on his northern campaign. He aimed to finally eliminate his longtime nemesis of Wei. The Shu army moved north from Hanzhong, heading for the three cities of Nan'an, Tianshui, and Anding. The world of virtue which he had sought together with Liu Bei. He could not let this dream simply vanish among the pages of history. The Shu military, joined by numerous peasant volunteers, marched north to strike at Wei.
I think we play as Ma Chao coming up soon.
For Zhuge Liang and the rest of Shu, a long and arduous battle was just beginning.
Yeah, I think that's our next. Target. Oh no, it's Zhuge Liang again. All right.
My lord, Your Highness, the battle is about to begin.
Yes.
To fulfill the wishes of your father, I have dedicated my life to this cause. But should that not be enough this time?
What's the matter? You sound like it's all coming to an end.
He's not wrong.
I would say that our battle is just beginning. Is that not so?
Yes, my lord. I apologize. Lord Liu Bei, your son has your spirit of benevolence.
Yeah, but he is freaking inept.
We'll give our lives to fulfill your dream.
Liu Shan was not a strong leader. To be taking over for Liu Bei, like, not even close.